By the time we got to Othello's, the brunch rush was in full swing. Jazz floated through the air, weaving in and out of the happy clatter of silverware and easy conversations. The place smelled like spiced syrup and a strong coffee. Basically heaven. And for a moment, I just stood there and soaked it all in. I tugged nervously at the hem of my green wrap dress, suddenly feeling way too aware of how it hugged my curves. You sure about this? I asked LaShawn, lowering my voice. She just grinned and hooked her arm through mine like I was being ridiculous. You look amazing, so don't even start. And yes, I'm sure. Miles is exactly the kind of man who could put an end to your little no dating phase. Just give him a shot. I sighed dramatically. Fine, but if this goes left, you're buying all my groceries for the next month. Deal. Our booth was already set up when we walked over. And there, standing to greet us, was Carlos. Tall, broad shouldered, and flashing the kind of easy smile that made people instantly feel at home. He pulled LaShawn into a hug and kissed her like she was the center of his universe. It was adorable and annoying in that get a room kind of way. Then he turned to me. And this must be the famous Lani, he said, his voice smooth and warm. Nice to meet you, too. I see why Sean's been so secretive, I said, leaning closer to her with a fake smile plastered on my face. Damn, girl. Sean elbowed me, laughing. This is exactly why I don't tell your nosy ass anything. Before I could fire back, Carlos gestured to the man sitting across from him. And this is Myles. I turned and froze. Myles was fine. Not just good looking, not just cute, fine. Tall, dressed in a casual blazer and fitted jeans that looked like they were made just for him. Lean but strong. Like he could pick me up without even breaking a sweat. His dark almond shaped eyes locked onto mine and something in my chest stuttered. And when he smiled, Lord, I had to fight the urge not to fan myself like a dramatic southern auntie. Nice to meet you, he said, offering his hand. I shook it, trying to ignore the way his warm grip sent a little jolt up my arm. Likewise. Brunch kicked off without a hitch. The conversation flowed, with Carlos and LaShawn doing most of the heavy lifting. Miles was quieter, but when he did speak, his dry humor cracked me up more than once. So Lani, Miles said, sipping his mimosa, I hear you're kind of a local celebrity. Baking phenom with a big online following, that's impressive. I shrugged, feeling a little bashful under his gaze. Celebrity's a strong word. I just love baking. Been doing it since I was a kid. Now I have to share it with other people. Do you sell your stuff or is it more for content? Both. I have a shop for custom orders, but most of my energy goes into recipe development and posting behind the scenes stuff. That's where all the magic really happens. He smiled one of those slow, appreciative smiles that made my toes curl in my shoes. That's cool. Built something from scratch. Beautiful. Sexy. Smart. Where have you been all my life? I almost choked on my mimosa. He said it so smoothly, but it didn't feel rehearsed. It felt genuine, real. As brunch went on, I caught myself sneaking glances at him. His laugh was rich, and when he leaned forward, when I talked, like he didn't want to miss a word, it made me feel seen. By the time the check came, I didn't want it to end. Outside, the autumn air had a bite to it, but I barely noticed. This was fun, Miles said. It was, I agreed, smiling up at him. He hesitated for a second, then asked, would it be all right if I got your number? I'd love to keep in touch. My heart did a little happy flip. Sure. We exchanged numbers, and after some quick goodbyes, LaShawn and I made our way to the car. Well, she said, practically vibrating with excitement. Well, what? I teased. Don't play dumb. I saw the way you two were vibing. I shrugged, trying to play it cool, even though I was basically screaming internally. He's cool. Well, let's see what if he actually uses my number. Turns out he did. Later that night, a text popped up. Miles, had a great time today. Let's do it again, soon. Lani, same here, and absolutely. From there, it was like the floodgates opened. We talked about everything: favorite foods, embarrassing childhood stories, career dreams. He made me laugh until my cheeks hurt. When I mentioned the recipe I was testing, he immediately offered to be my taste tester. Miles, just say the word, I'll bring the milk. Lani, bold of you to assume that my desserts need milk to wash them down. Miles, oh, so they're that good? I'm gonna need proof. The banter was easy, effortless. It felt different, but something nagged at me. No matter how much we talked, Miles never asked to meet up. I dropped hints, talked about new restaurants, an upcoming food festival, but he never bit. After 2 weeks of endless texting and no dates, I finally got tired of waiting around. Sitting in my kitchen one night, scrolling through our endless thread of conversations, I decided to rip the band aid off. Lani, so when are you taking me out? Or is this all talk and no action? I sent it before I could chicken out, my heart racing as the little typing bubble appeared, then disappeared, then appeared again. Finally, Miles. I'd love to, but my schedule's been insane. Work's got me swamped. I stared at the message, feeling that familiar sinking disappointment. Lani, I get it. Life happens. Let me know when things calm down. Miles, definitely. You're at the top of my list. I wanted to believe him. I really did. But as more days passed without plans, it was clear nothing was changing. That Friday, after a hellish day in the kitchen, I FaceTimed LaShawn. He's giving me mixed signals, I said, pacing the living room like a caged tiger. One minute he's texting me like he's into me, and the next it's like I'm his pen pal. Have you called him out? I did. He says he's busy, but if he's too busy to meet up, why is he texting me every day? LaShawn sipped her wine, her brow furrowed. It's giving emotional crutch. Like maybe he likes the attention but doesn't want to actually do anything? Why are men like this? Not all men, just ones who don't know what to do with a boss chick like you, she said, grinning. What's your next move? I crossed my arms. I don't know. I like talking to him, but I'm not about to be some dude's ego boost. My mom didn't raise a placeholder. Only main character vibes over here. Exactly, she said. Keep that energy. Later that night, as I curled up in my bed, my phone buzzed. Miles, you still up? I stared at it for a second before answering. Lani, yeah, what's up? His typing bubble appeared. Miles, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. My stomach twisted. Lani, okay, I'm listening. The typing bubble popped up, then disappeared. Then nothing. I waited. 5 minutes. 10. An hour. Still nothing. Frustrated and exhausted, I tossed my phone onto the nightstand and turned off the light. Whatever he had to say, he would say it tomorrow if he ever got around to it.